first ever edition of the Forester Hockey Player Profile. I'm Cam McGuire, voice of Lake Forest men's hockey, and I'm joined by senior Billy Kent. Bill, what a junior career it was for you. 245 games, kind of all over the place. Talk to me a little about your experience in juniors, where you were, and how you ended up in these places.
Yeah, thanks, Cam. I definitely had a long experience playing junior hockey. Started out in my senior year of high school playing in New England, Massachusetts. Played there for about a year and a half, and then I got a trade to a team in New Mexico, a different league in the North American League, and that kind of just opened my eyes up to how big the junior hockey circuit is. So from there, the team folded actually at the end of our season, so I went back home, got to play in Rochester, so that was good for my final 2 years. But yeah, that's a lot of games. I didn't even know that's how many it was, but yeah, geez.
And Bill, talk to me a little bit about how you ended up here at Lake Forest.
So my coach in Rochester knew Coach Kelleher because he's from Rochester as well, so that was the connection there, and got recruited primarily through hockey and just came out to the school, didn't know much about it, and just fell in love with the place. The academic reputation, speaks for itself, so that was like a big thing for me to be at a school like that. So
through 3 seasons thus far, Bill has participated in 72 out of the 78 games that he has been here. His freshman year scored 7 goals, sophomore year 9 goals, and junior year 7 goals. You've had 23 goals, you've had 15 assists, 38 points in 72 games. That's a pretty impressive track record. What do you think your biggest attribute is hockey-wise?
I like to think, my hockey sense is something that, I bring to the table. I like to, anticipate plays, 1 or 2 steps in advance, kind of read what the team's going to do that you're playing against, and just have good, hockey vision. So I think, I combine that with, decent, stick skills and play set. So just working with my line mates and making plays.
The NCHA welcomes a new team to the conference this season, Trine University. You guys will travel there this Saturday for an exhibition game. But you look at all the different ranks in the NCHA. You look at St. Norbert's, MSOE, Marion, just to name a few. What's your favorite away barn to play at?
Yeah, I think St. Norbert's is definitely a favorite. And then Adrian is a close second. They kind of, they fill those barns. It's a really energizing place to play. It gets you hyped up for the game. So I put those number 1 and 2 for sure.
Bill, your sophomore year at Lake Forest, you guys played an outdoor game at the Winter Club here in Lake Forest, Illinois. You guys played Aurora. You won 6-1, and yourself, you had 2 goals. What was that experience like playing outdoors?
That was an experience I've never had the opportunity to do prior to that. Anytime you get to play in a setting like that is a pretty special moment. It was an adjustment process. I remember just trying to get used to the lighting and the shadows of it all. But I think once the puck dropped and the adrenaline starts pumping, that was such a cool feeling to be outside. And we had a pretty good crowd show up, so it was definitely a experience that I think we'll all remember.
And that was in middle of December. That one was cold from what I can remember. Did that affect you guys on the ice at all?
We normally have a pretty cold rink here, so I think we were used to that. I can't remember the exact temperature, but that was definitely something we were ready for.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And, Bill, going into your senior year here, what are you looking forward to most about this upcoming season?
Personally, I think I'm looking forward to kind of just slowing down the season a little bit and enjoying every moment because, these things won't happen again, for a lot of the senior guys. So just taking it day by day, enjoying the little things about the season and, giving it a good shot this year.
So, Billy, Charlie McGuire, Sean Nelson, and George Gerasimo, you guys are a part of this senior class. You've lived together since sophomore year. You guys live in a house now off campus. Walk me through a little bit about what it's been like living with them for 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The 4 of us kind of, mesh together with how we, interact with each other and, our manners. So it's been fun living with them in the dorms, and now we have a house, like you said. So there are a lot of good guys in the house. So
Gotta ask you, who does most of the cooking in the house?
George definitely tries. He gives it a good shot, but I do a bit of the cooking, and it's all pretty even. So
I feel like Chuck maybe a little less than you guys.
Yeah. Your words, not mine, but I'll agree with you there.
So I got to go back to Sean Nelson. You guys, you've played on a line together a good amount of the time that you guys have been here. And I look back to your freshman year, your 7 goals. He assisted 4 of those goals. It seemed like every play he was contributing. And we take a look at this clip right here. Look at this. Explain to me, like, does he do everything for you?
Yeah, he does a lot for sure. He's a good person to play with. We came in freshman year and kind of just had a little chemistry right off the bat. So I think Coach Kelleher just kind of rolled with that. That was we played a lot together the first year, and we saw some pretty good success. And I really hope we can do that this year too.
All right, a lot of interesting characters on the hockey team. I got to ask you, who's the biggest clown on this squad?
I think I got to give it to the tag team of Braun and Louis. They kind of just make jokes out of anything, so they can lighten the mood when need be, and they're good guys to definitely have in the locker room. So.
All right, and if you're stranded on an island with one guy on this team, who would you want it to be?
Thought about that one a bit, but I gotta go. I think I gotta go with Sean.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
I
knew it.
That was probably a given, but I think he's a good guy to have, for like survival kind of things like that. So I think he'd be pretty useful in that sense. So.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty handy guy. I think he'd be in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Bill, graduation obviously looking way down the road here, but what are your plans for after graduation?
Yeah, it's definitely on the mind of all of the senior guys for sure. But I think I'm trying to just like short-term interview and try to get some applications in and stuff, and then just get a job somewhere around the area. 2-3 years out, go to grad school, stay in the area, and then use that to propel into a career.
And Bill, you look back at your 3 years and this being your 4th year. What an experience! I'm sure what an experience you've had here at Lake Forest College. When you look back at it, 10, 20 years down the road, what are you gonna miss most about this place?
I think the home hockey games are definitely the one thing about the hockey I'll miss the most. Just being with the guys around the locker room and coming out and playing games on Friday, Saturday nights. That's something I'll never forget. And definitely just like the experiences and the people that you meet here, because I've had the good fortune to meet a lot of great people at the school, and professors, tutors, and all that. So it's been a great 4 years at the school.
All right, Bill, that's all I got for you, and congratulations. You're the first ever profile edition. Thanks for talking to me today.
Thanks, Cam. I'm honored.
And, folks, follow along at LFC Puck on Twitter and Instagram all season long for Forester profiles, as well as many behind-the-scenes looks. Folks, I'm Cam McGuire, and this is Billy Kent. Thanks for watching.